Hello and welcome to Pitt Street Research. My name is Stuart Roberts and I'm one of the co-founders of our firm. And joining me on the afternoon of Monday, the 6th of July 2026 is Mr. John Prineas, who's the CEO of St. George Mining, ASX SQG. John, good afternoon.
Stuart.
Now is a good time to be you. From the time that you first acquired the Araxá, in those days primarily niobium project a couple of years ago, things have moved on. The world started to think of you more as a rare earths with niobium play than the other way around. The resource is turning into, to use the vernacular, a monster, and you're moving towards feasibility work with the help of Worley. So things have progressed quite rapidly in the last couple of years, it's fair to say.
Yeah, that's right. We've only had the project for 18 months. Our first mission was to go and drill, confirm the resource was there and see how big it could be. We're still drilling and still getting bigger. So we
Right,
had a big resource upgrade in March this year. Expect to see another one in around August, and it will be very impressive.
right. Now, it's interesting. When you acquired the project, what you were able to say was this is roughly half the size of Mount Weld at a comparable period of Linus's development. Now, the world's moved on slightly. Everyone's looking for rare earths projects outside Brazil, but it's fair to say on a sliding scale of projects, you're still a contender in terms of having a fairly large project.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're a multiple of what Linus was when it first started production. They're on about 27 million tons. We're already up to about 70 million tons with a similar kind of grade. So this is a very impressive resource. What you'll see in the next upgrade is a very big increase in the measured and indicated. A lot of our drilling has been close space, so we can get that measured and indicated portion up. And that's what's going to underpin the economic studies. So I think it'll be a very, very robust study when it comes out.
Right. Now, 18 months ago, it was a niobium project primarily. Araxá is the well, it wasn't until not too long ago probably the world's monopoly source of niobium, which is important in steel making. Now, there are other niobium opportunities, but it turns out there's still demand for new deposits. So it was valuable there. What do you think has caused the flip so that people are thinking of you more as a rare earths play now than a niobium play?
Well, obviously, as you said, Niobium, our next door neighbors, CBMM, have been producing Niobium products for 40 plus years, and they are the leaders in the world. So it was basically a lay down was there. We could also do Niobium there. It turns out we have the highest grade of rare earths in that carbonatite, much better than CBMM or the other guys' Mosaic. So we're very lucky that we've been able to prove up this very high grade, large rare earths resource comparable to Linus, comparable to MP Materials. They are the two biggest producers outside of China. If you have a look at the other emerging developers like Lindian and Arafura, very good projects, but our resource is actually bigger and higher grade as well. So we're alerting a lot of attention for that now.
Right. And it's instructive to me. It's hard rock. Now, there's debates in mining circles about the best kind of deposit to get. You know, is it better to have ionic clays or non-ionic clays or just regular carbonatites like what you've got? Uh, now, I'm a shareholder. I can say this. It's kind of nice that as a carbonatite, the processing pathway to get the relevant materials out is straightforward because it's been done elsewhere outside of China. You don't have to go and steal these secrets from the Chinese.
Yeah, absolutely. Hard rock carbonatites are the sort of proven rare earths product out there. Again, Linus and P Materials. Cerro Verde has probably been the biggest ionic clay project that's been tried to get up and running and still hasn't quite worked. I'm sure those guys will be very successful. But if you want lower risk, it's probably the hard rock that you should focus on.
Right. Now it's Brazil. A lot of investors are probably not so familiar with the way Brazil's governed right now. It's instructive to me that in the state of Minas Gerais, when you are, the government there is very pro-mining. It's fair to say that the red carpet's been rolled out for you to get going. At the federal level, I noticed that the Trump administration is getting a little friendlier with Lula's government these days. So the scene is set for America and Brazil between them to have quite a fruitful partnership on rare earths.
Yeah, definitely. America is developing a lot of technology for refining, for the splitting, for making magnet materials, but they don't really have much in terms of feedstock for those processing facilities. They don't have any new rare earth mines coming up and running. You saw that with US rare earths. They're one of their champions in the rare earth space. They've basically given up on their round top deposit in Texas and went and bought Cerro Verde in Brazil. So very much US is looking to Brazil for feedstock, and Brazil is the logical choice to reach out as well. They want these mines developed. They want prosperity for the country.
Right. Now, obviously, anything could change, but what's the fiscal situation looking like in Brazil in terms of the way you would structure these things?
Well, it's an interesting year in Brazil because there's an election this year.
Yes.
So let's just see how that lands. But at the moment, the Lula government is in there. They're the sort of leftist government, and everything's working quite fine. I think they definitely want to develop their mines and create jobs for the people. If the other party gets in, well, they're even
happy
more
days.
pro-mining. So it's going to be maybe even easier. So either way, I think it's a really good platform for rare earths and generally mining in Brazil.
Right. Now, we talked about MP Materials a little while ago, as well as Arafura. What they have in common is a major shareholder called Hancock Prospecting. Now, it's interesting. They showed up on your register a while ago, and they've doubled down in the most recent capital raising you did at, I think it was 10 cents a little while ago.
Yeah, just a couple of weeks ago, we decided to do a small capital raise of $60 million. Hancock decided to come in again for $20 million and increase their stake from a 6.2% stake in St. George to about 10.5%. So great validation from those guys. As you said, they are the largest shareholder in MP Materials, second biggest in Linus, big in Arafura. They understand hard rock, carbonatite, rare earths, and it's great to see them think we've got that same potential.
Right. Now, in mining, anything that can happen will happen, or at least we need to be afraid of that. What would keep you awake at night other than the time zone between here and Belo Horizonte?
Yes.
You know, I've been practicing to pronounce that correctly.
Very good. Yeah, the time zone is challenging, but we're used to it now. Look, we're really lucky to have what we call a project with all the risks quite mitigated. There's an established mining region there. We don't have to build our own infrastructure, our own electricity grid. It's already there. The Araxá town is 5 kilometers away with a ready and willing workforce. There's no NGOs or indigenous people there causing trouble. The town wants this mine up and running. We just got to go through the normal protocols for permitting. That could take 12 to 18 months, but we've got a cooperation agreement with the government and the state administrator to help us expedite those permitting approvals. They did this with Valley Resources, very successfully got all their approvals through in about 9 months, which is quite quick. So we're quite comfortable with how we're progressing. We're very confident everything will go smoothly. That's probably the only thing that's totally not within our control, but we're pretty comfortable that it's being taken care of.
All right. It's Minas Gerais, which has all the infrastructure you're looking for, but I just want to focus on a couple of things. Power and water. What's the situation there?
Yeah, well, as I said, there are 2 mines already operating right next door to us. The Mosaic Phosphate project, which is currently on care and maintenance, and of course CBMM. So the low-cost hydroelectricity feeds into that area. We can tap into that, so there's no problem with electricity, and the water's not a problem as well. Those guys have been tapping into the water system as well, so no issues there for us. It's a real big point of difference to our project, to some of the other developers who have challenges with those kind of things.
Right. Now, you flagged that the another resource upgrade in August is coming. What else can we see between now and Christmas 2026?
Yeah, so we're really pivoting towards development work streams now. So I think, as you mentioned, Worley is now our feasibility technical manager. So together with Worley, one of the best names in the engineering business, we're putting our work down for the scoping study, feasibility study to come out by the end of the year. You'll see a lot more metallurgical test results coming out. We've already had our first round out, confirming we're producing a high quality niobium concentrate and can also upgrade the rare earths in that first process as well to a 15.7% TREO grade. So you'll see a lot more of these development milestones coming. And I think that's really important now. That's what's going to re-rate the share price.
Okay. Well, John Prineas, well done to you and your colleagues for getting it this far. It's emerging to a great story. But as you flagged with Lindian and some of the other companies there's a lot more upside coming once you can nail down this feasibility study. So keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thanks for joining Pitt Street Research.
Thank you, Stuart.